Hey YouTube, wrapping up this week of Great League with Walrein, Gligar, and Sableye. So I started with, I think Walrein on this team. It's either Walrein or Sableye, but they kind of handle each other's weaknesses pretty well. So sort of. So is just I think kind of underrated right now because it got nerfed. Icicle Spear, it was like one of the best Pokemon in the Great League for a while, and then Icicle Spear got nerfed and nobody used it. And then, um, yeah, no, it was just like an afterthought. But then I'm like, Gligar, plus Lantern appeared everywhere. But I was like, Glygars are everywhere. Mud Boys are everywhere. Um, Dragons are making a huge comeback now. So I'm like, Walring probably has some play. So if you want to cover some weaknesses, weak to fighting, weak to electric, hello, a flyer ground in Gligar and a Sableye. What I really like about this team is I thought I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna showcase. My original thought was like, I'm gonna showcase how strong Sableye is as a safe swap still, because you gotta love that Sableye thumbnail. But in the ending, it was kind of like what I actually really liked about this team was the diversity in safe swaps that I could go to Gligar or Sableye depending on what I saw in the lead if it was a bad lead, right? So let's look at some battles here. Walrein into Azumarill. Azumarill is an interesting one because Azumarill kind of beats everything, but you can also kind of work around it with all these Pokemon too. Because even like if you were to safe swap Sableye, um, like if you safe swap Sableye and then they came in with Azumarill, you can win in the Sableye and the two shield if you like beta flower play or land a return and stuff like that, right? So it's actually not a terrible matchup, even though it is bad. And in this matchup, I get off two Earthquakes before they can even take me out, and I'm just gonna probably just let this go down. Um, so this is great, right? I grabbed a shield and took it to the yellow, and they eventually took me down. Um, I was like, can I get to the Earthquake? This is dumb. I should chip. I should chip. I should chip. I should chip because like then it's just in claw range. But now it's like an awkward claw range. So I definitely should have chipped it with Icicle Spear. I don't know what I was doing there. Got a shield up, play rough. Out comes a Stunfisk. Stunfisk is kind of a neutralist matchup against Sableye because these claws and foul plays don't quite take out in two. You're going to need a few more claws. That was pretty quick, so they're just going to go Rock Slide here. And I think going Rock Slide here will not take me out in two either. So I think I can keep Switch if I want. But that just means Gligar is going to have to take out what is left of the Azumarill and whatever's in the back. So am able to claw down. I probably instant swap. Yeah, I do instant swap. And hello, Charjabug. So that is great. Mostly great. As you're going to see here, they can only throw X's and X's are still resisted. But one dig does not take out. So you have two options to do. You can do a dig plus just wing attack down, or you can throw double air release. I think it's worth just to shield here, wing attack down, come out with two air releases because we just know that the Azumarill dumped their energy, right? So I can basically just commit to the farm down, get hit with another X-Scissor, but X-Scissor is resisted, so it's not terrible. And now get the back-to-back air releases to take out the Azumarill for the win here. So there's one, and there is the second one to take it out for the win. So working around what is generally tough for Pokemon, Bastiodon. This is when I went Gligar. And I got hit with the Wiggly, which is where I want to see it. It's not the first time this happened. I feel like I played this matchup multiple times. I feel like the Bastiodon Wiggly core is coming back in full force. But I'm just like being able to get like one shield, potentially a second, chipping huge here. They don't even take me out. I get a third air lace off, which takes it low enough that I can probably just powder snow down and come out with an Earthquake for Bastiodon. Like, this is what I like. Like, I saw a Bastiodon. I knew it'd be tough for Sableye in general. So I'm like, Gligar's a pretty good answer with Dig. Able to shield that Disarming Voice. Basically going to come out with an Earthquake. Pretty close. Not quite, but close enough that I can do an Earthquake here. Chip a ton. And then come in Sableye to not take Super Effector from the Smackdowns. And just take out the rest of this. And then we'll see what's in the back. It is the Shadow Vic, right? That's a pretty common line. Shadow Vic, Bastiodon. Usually you use Medi but Wiggly has kind of become a favorite of people's. Take it out, get to a move, goodbye. Guzzlord, good lead for Alligator. I hesitated, and I don't have an answer for Alligator, right? Claws are neutral on Walrein. Gligar and Sableye don't really have a good matchup against Guzzlord, so I kind of need to come into one of these. But for Alligator's just too fast with these claws and Hydro Cannon that like I'm gonna lose both Gligar and Sableye matchups. So it's just like, what do I do here besides lose? So I'm like, okay, let's come in here and take some resisted Hydros, but a Shadow on Shadow Hydros are still gonna chip, as you're seeing here. And if they have a Dragon on the front, they maybe have a second answer to Ice in the back. Hello. Second answer to Ice in the back in a fire Pokemon. They end up trying to catch, but like Guzzlord is just going to be bulky enough and Dragon Tail, and then I'm not going to have an out here. So it was really a tough switch that I just could not do anything about. Yeah, so I'm going to lose this matchup. So kind of tough. I would be surprised if I even throw. Yeah, no point. Again, Bastiodon, and again, we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're probably going to get hit with the exact same in the ending here. I'm almost positive I do. I think they chip me enough and take a move, and then get into Wiggly, if I remember. I do chip, they take it. So again, they can just easily shield and farm down, but I will get 2 air releases off, probably grab at least 1 shield. Or if they really want, take them out. I forget what they do here. Yeah, okay, that makes sense that they would shield. Gotta come Walrein. They're gonna have a move soon. Bastiodon's pretty loaded too, so I'll be interested to see what I do here. I do shield the Disarming Voice because I worried that if I let the Disarming Voice go, these charms are really gonna add up and I have to commit to the farm down. Right? So Disarming Voice probably would have taken me out before I could get to the move. Get to the Earthquake, which is big because this will grab the second shield because they're not going to let Bastiodon go down with all that energy. Now, 2 shield Sableye should probably beat most things unless it's like a double Charmer, but running a double yeah, I was going to say it's Trevenant, so this is an easy win here. Running a Bastiodon double Charmer would be one of the dumbest team comps I've ever seen, but you know, to each their own. Because then you'd have like your just steals would just like, what would you do against a Galarian Stunfisk? You just like lose. So Whiscash, unless it's like an Azumarill, that could be the only other double fairy team that I could see. But Whiscash, like these are one of the reasons that I thought I should use Walrein, right? Because Scald is resisted, they can only do Mud Bombs. But then the Shadow version does great damage, but takes out some of the strengths of Walrein, which is its bulk, right? So they're going to get to a second move. I'm in the yellow. I could probably live this, but I decided it was probably just worth to shield to keep switch. So get a little bit of energy advantage here. Take this out here or grab a shield. And then depending on what they do, then I'll make a decision. So they do let it go. I'll keep switch. It is a Skarmory, right? So not a bad way to keep switch here, because now I can get my Sableye on it as opposed to Gligar, which would just get killed. Plus, this is where the Shadow bonus comes in real handy, able to take it pretty freaking low. I know they're loaded, so I know I'm probably going to have to shield what is a Brave Bird, which is going to put me down 2-0. So now we just need to hope I can tag team what's in the back here. And it is a Gligar. So this is pretty good to be able to tag team, because what I can do is multiple foul plays plus clawed enough that it puts it within 1 aerial ace range. So that's the plan. Take this move, not enough to take me out, get this off, instant swap. I can live 1 aerial ace from them because I'm full health. They're low enough that they are 1 aerial ace away. So I'm going to take an aerial ace here. And now it's just don't let them catch on you. So I'm not going to throw a move. I'm just waiting until they threw their charge fast move, and then I instant through. once I saw that sort of fast move come through to take them out, and then I can take down Skarmory. Abomasnow, bait dependent here. Huge advantage for me. Doing neutral, they're doing resisted. Energy Ball probably going to one-shot a Shadow Walrein, so I got to watch for that. They do bait me, so they're letting the first one go. I end up taking it in a 2v1, so I double shield once they bait me here. So force a shield back here. And once they shield, I'm like, there's no point of baiting a second time because they're not going to get to a third move. So know that the Energy Ball is coming here. So I will just shield up. Come out with a lot of health. Down a shield, but switch plus health is pretty good. We'll see what they swap into. Reggie. And I'm like, okay, I think it's worth going here. But then I think I mess up here. I instant swap into Gligar. And I have an answer for Gligar. I have an answer for both back Pokemon. So maybe it's not a mistake. I probably did need to get ahead on energy. Oh, you know what? I remember how I lose this matchup. Give you a wild guess. One guess, and it's a number. And that number is 67%. And that is the chance of lowering your opponent's attack with a Zap Cannon. And that is exactly what happens, and that is how I lose by 1 HP. I'll live this. I'll get an Earthquake off. They dump energy because they can't farm me down. They probably could have farmed me down, but they dump energy, so they give me like a win condition here. And I get to the first foul play and take it well below the yellow. And it's just claw and foul play range away from taking it out, and one Zap Cannon will not take me out. Unfortunately, a Zap Cannon, while lowering your attack, takes me. So attack fall. These claws are not adding up as much. The foul play is not adding up as much. And I am 1 or 2 HP away from taking Reggie out when they get 1 HP, 2 HP from taking the Reggie out when they get a move to take me out. So had they not lowered my attack, I would have easily taken them out and won that matchup. But yep, okay. Bastiodon did. This is not a new team. Bastiodon ends up becoming a Dragonite. But like Bastiodon Wiggly Medi, Bastiodon Vic Medi, Bastiodon Double Grass, like these are not new teams. Man, I'm seeing a lot of Bastiodons on the lead here, which is not good. But what is good is grabbing 2 shields and forcing a throw here. So I can just farm down. I should wait out my Switch Clock a little longer than I did. I think the reason I didn't wait is because my Switch Clock is almost up, but I'm not getting out of this fast anyways because I want to get an Earthquake off. So I'm willing to just like eat some smackdowns to get an Earthquake off. I have to shield, obviously. But I really want to get an Earthquake off on this so I can just take it out with Sableye, and they come in Cress. So I'm like, okay, that's okay. Most are running Future Sight now. You know where this is going. Okay, not this one. Okay, this one just Grass Knot. I ran into a Cress. Do I have that battle in here? I ran into a Cress that's running Moonblast. And I'm just like, okay, I guess most are, but some aren't still. Commit to the farm down because I need 1 Earthquake from like a full health will not take out Bastiodon. So I need a couple foul play chips here. But once I chip 2 foul plays and have an Earthquake, Earthquake from like 60% is more than enough to take out a Bastiodon. So snipe it with the Earthquake for the win here. And then Walrein Swampert. This is good. But again, as a Shadow, bait dependent. And man, I don't know if it's people who like watch my videos and just know that I often shield. Like I get baited with a Hydro here. So Hydro comes through. I'm like, okay, they baited me, so they're going to get to an Earthquake, so I need to at least grab 1 shield back. And I'm like, I don't want to double shield here, so I end up letting this Earthquake go because I'm like, if they take me out, I can get ahead on energy for Gligar and Sableye, and they're pretty good with energy. And we end up taking each other out. So now it is just a roll of luck here. And I roll Gligar into their Sableye, which again is like neutral. Foul Play will not take me out here, so I'd be surprised if I shield right away. I'm just going to go double Aerial Ace because double Aerial Ace will take out, plus if they shield, it's probably in claw range. However, losing CMP like an idiot here is not good. So I get the dig off, and now it's just a, what do you have in the back here? And it is a Bastiodon. I don't see myself getting out of this, quite honestly, because this Stone Edge will come through and hit me hard, and it's going to take like 3 plus claws. Is it 3 plus claws or 4? That's the second. I feel like it could be 3 plus a bunch of claws, but I think I'm going to be taken too low, and then I'll be taken out here. I think that's going to be the last battle. Yeah, so I get this off, but not enough to take out. I'm going to need a few more claws, and then I'm too low to do anything with Gligar because it's super resisted on the rock and steel. So close, but just unlucky on the, or not unlucky, stupid, quite honestly. Had I just thrown the air, I would have easily won that matchup if I threw that Aerial Ace instead of CMP tying, take that Sableye low, come in, claw down, shield advantage, energy advantage against Bastiodon, would have easily won. Instead I CMP like an idiot, lose CMP, have to shield, dumb. Anyways, that is it. That's it for Great League, sort of. Let me confirm, but I'm like 98% positive it is Great League and Ultra Premier tomorrow, starting tomorrow. And it is Great League and Ultra Premier. So top teams for Ultra Premier tomorrow. Great League rankings have been updated, and I put out a bunch of teams, so I'll just probably put out a video for that too. But I think this week it's going to be very, very, very heavily focused on Ultra Premier. This is the first time that the Premier Leagues have been back in like 5 seasons or something. So I think a lot of people are going to be hyped to do it. That being said, like it is like Ultra League is meta Pokemon and XL Pokemon. So your meta Pokemon that are non-XL, Poliwrath, Feraligatr, Annihilate, Goodra, Empoleon, like those are all your top Ultra League Pokemon for Premier, and then mixed in with a bunch of XL Pokemon: Mandibuzz, Pidgeot, Skarmory, Dragalge, Tentacruel, Lantern, Dragonite, or no, Dragonite's non-XL, Galarian Stunfisk, right? So it's gonna be like a mix of like meta Pokemon for Ultra League with a bunch of XL sort of meta Pokemon too for Ultra League. So we'll see. I'll put some teams together and showcase that tomorrow with the rankings and analysis. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.